All right, so I'd like to preface the video first by saying that I was literally called a lovesick puppy to my face by a girl. So I've been in the trenches. This isn't some random topic. This is something I could deeply relate to. I've been there, bro. Secondly, being nice is okay. Too many guys have had their heart broken, all of a sudden on this villain arc for their whole life, and all you're doing is create another cycle of terrible women who feel hurt and do the same thing back to guys, and it's just making the dating world too complicated, bro. It's just becoming way too complicated. All right, too many villains out here. Being nice is okay. The issue, though, is that as much as you've heard it before, you're too nice. There has to be a proper dynamic of push and pull. Like when you meet someone, right, and she smiles at you, you smile back. She says hello to you, you say hello back. You guys have a nice, pleasant conversation. You give her a compliment, she gives you a compliment back. That's push and pull. That's a balance, right? You get a gift. You give a gift back. Someone says, I love you. You eventually say, I love you back. Push and pull. That's proper. But when you're sitting here and you're just give, you don't realize it, but you come across as creepy. Why? Because she's done nothing. She's giving nothing. She's absent in her intentions and her interest in you. There's no proper balance of interest. And yet you keep giving. You're putting too much pressure. You don't realize that you're coming off as creepy, and you ultimately fall into that nice guy role. You ultimately fall off into that role where you're less attractive because of it. There's less interest in etc. because you're not paying attention. Once the interest is tipped and it's just you, stop. It doesn't work anymore. Just go. If there's no interest being put back, if there's no proper dynamic, it won't work. It just won't. Secondly, too many guys waste so much time not doing this, but show your intentions, okay? Show your intentions. Don't be afraid to let a girl know you're into her. Don't be afraid to make it be obvious that you're attracted to her. Don't be afraid to make it be obvious that you want her in the ways that you do. Because those guys that you see winning, those villains, those bad guys, etc., that you're trying to be once you get heartbroken, the difference between you and him, right? For one, is confidence and ability to say what he actually feels, what he actually wants. And whether he's rude about it, whether he's disrespectful, etc., one thing he's not is dishonest. You're sitting here for some guys years, beating around the bush, just not letting your intentions be known. Meanwhile, he talks to her for 5 minutes. And whether it's respectful or not, whether it's etc., however way you want to view it, she fully understands how he feels, what he wants. He's not wasting his time, but most importantly, he's being honest. So it's not weird. What you're doing is weird. You're sitting here in the freaking, I don't know, in the winds, just, I don't know what you're trying to wait for some miracle to happen, wait for her to see how good you are, etc. It's not going to happen. It's not. Just say how you feel. Say what you want. Whether you're doing it subtly, most likely subtly or not, let her know. You're wasting less time. Because the minute she knows, she can make a choice. The minute she knows, she's like, oh, you're putting a standard down, first of all. The minute she sees what your intentions are, the minute she understands how you feel, the quicker she can get that choice over with and you can move on, whether she chooses to do something with you or not. And ultimately, you're more attracted that way, because when you have to state how you feel, you're showing some sign of confidence, initiative, etc. You're putting the power in your hands. Thirdly, this is a very, very big one. This can make or break years of time wasting, energy saving, etc. Choose women who choose you. I'm a victim of it. Many guys are victim of it. You look at Will and Jada, for example. It's public what can happen to you if you don't. Look at him. Ultimately, despite the legacy they've left, despite how big his name is, he's chosen a woman who has not chosen him. And what's happening now? It's in your face, and you don't even want it to be in your face. You're just scrolling for 2 minutes. All of a sudden, here comes Jada saying something. Here's my book. More shit about my husband. I love Tupac. Oh my God, Tupac. Like, he's chosen a woman who has not chosen him. And the result of it is wasted time, energy, trauma, embarrassment. Choose women that choose you. Choose women that push back when you push. If you're sitting here and you're choosing someone that ultimately isn't choosing you, that you know for a fact is just there because, you know, the money's okay, just there because you look good, just there because maybe your social status, just there because this, that, yada, yada, yada. You know, she's just in it for the moment. You know that, you know, in honesty, you know, it's just your turn. If you know that and you're already attached, cool. But if you don't know that and you're attached and etc., you're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. Stop it. Do not waste your time and energy. There are still incredible men out there. Choose women that choose you. And believe it or not, there's probably a woman right now that likes you or that thinks you look good or that thinks this. And maybe she wouldn't ask you out and maybe she wouldn't say yes if you asked her out because of, you know, some other reason. But someone always likes someone, and if you work on yourself, there's always going to be someone there for you, someone that would choose you. For a fact. And lastly, and I wrote this one down because I really wanted to make sure that I said it the way I thought it. Lastly, whether it's loneliness, fear of abandonment, depression, etc., too many men are chasing in ways you shouldn't. You're not a piece of shit, bro. Right? You're mostly, if you're working on yourself, if you're literally becoming a master of life as you know it, you're the prize. You're the prize. So why are you chasing in all these ways you don't have to? Why are you this lovesick puppy? You're the prize. If all she can provide to you, or if all she is in reality is trauma, looks, a good time, and you're gratifying a woman that isn't worth your time, stop it. It's the same as choosing a woman that isn't choosing you. It's going to lead to the same type of ruin. Don't do it. Choose women that choose you. Choose a woman that actually can give something back in terms of value. If you were to put it down on a piece of paper, how much you're worth, how much she's worth. Not in terms of money, but in terms of character, in terms of what you could do, what you could teach, the impact you can leave, that's positive. And she doesn't really stack up, if she can't make up the balance in some way, it's not it. It's just not. It's just not. This was a video on being too nice or being the nice guy. But this is also something about not wasting time. Ultimately, you don't want to waste time. Ultimately, you want to understand also why you're being seen a certain way and how you're wasting your time. I hope it was helpful. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Go out and impress yourself.